The picture shows a bar chart of annual average profits of different beer brands. Along the y-axis, it says annual profits millions in US dollars, starting from 0, 20 up to 120 and 140 million. Along the x-axis, we have different beer brands. Along from the graph, it is evident that Stella or Oil is the minimum number, while Budweiser has the highest number. Furthermore, along the brands, we have Heineken, Corona, and Guinness. That's it from this bar chart of annual average profits of different beer brands. The bar chart is about annual average profits of different beer brands. The x-axis shows different beer brands, while y-axis shows annual profits in millions in US dollars, starting from 0, 20 up to 120 and 140. The x-axis shows that Budweiser has the highest number, while the Stella Artois is the lowest number. Furthermore, along the x-axis in the brands, we can see Heineken, Corona, and Guinness. That's it from this bar chart of annual average profits of different beer brands.
The diagram provides information related to the annual average profits of different beer brands. Additionally, it shows information related to the five different types of beer and different numbers. The highest number belongs to Budweiser, which is over 140, while the lowest number belongs to Stella, which is around 100. On the other hand, the Heineken is over 120 and the Corona is 120. In conclusion, it was very informative as shows different numbers and colors like green and black.
The given image is backgraph which shows the information about the annual average profits of different beer brands. From the image, you can also see the X and Y factors, highest and lowest. The highest is 140 and the lowest is 0. Moreover, the picture has shown the beer brands such as Budweiser, Henkin, Corona, Guinness, Stella Artois. From the image, you can also see the highest is Budweiser, which is above the 140 annual profit. Similarly, the lowest is the Stella Artois, which is below the 100 annual profit. In conclusion, the image convey over information about the annual average profits of different beer brands.
This bar graph gives information about annual average profit of different beer brands. There are many elements in this bar graph. From this bar graph, I can say that the highest value is Budweiser, which is indicated with 1,040 US dollar annual profit of millions. Now the second highest value is Corona, which is indicated with Guinness and Stella. If we talk about the lowest value, that is Helikin, which is indicated with the green color 40 million and black color and white color and green color. In conclusion, this picture is very informative and knowledgeable.
The given image is a bar chart and it gives us information about the annual average profits of different beer brands. While on x-axis we have the name of the beer brands ranging from Budweiser to Corona. On the y-axis we can find out the annual profits in million dollars in USD that ranges from 0 to more than $140 million. And it is evident from the picture that the highest profit is made by the beer brand called Budweiser and the least profit is made by a beer brand called Stella. Similarly, it is evident that all the beer brands are in profit. Overall, it gives us information about the annual average profit of different beer brands.
This bar chart gives information about profit of different beer brands. There are many elements in this bar chart. From this bar chart, I can say that the highest value is the 140 annual profits, which is indicated by Budweiser. Now, the second highest value is the 100 million US dollar, which is indicated by Corona and Heineken. If we talk about lowest value is a 20 and 40 annual profits million USD, which is indicated by Coors and Corona beer brands. In conclusion, this bar chart is very informative and knowledgeable.
This picture is about the annual average profits of the different beer brands. Firstly, it is quite evident that beer brands in the x-axis and the annual profits in the millions in the y-axis are the subtopics of this image. Similarly, the other elements in this image are the brand wine, which is 150%, and the Heineken, which is 120. From this picture, we came to know that the Corona brand has the only 120 and Stella Artist, which is 80. In conclusion, this image effectively summarizes the details on the topic of annual average profits of different beer brands.
The graph provides the information of annual average profit of different beer brands, and the annual profit billions is given in millions of USD. And there are lots of alcohol beverage brands has been discussed, such as Budweiser, Heineken, Corona beer brands, Guinness, and Stella Artois. The highest amount of the annual average profit has been done for the Budweiser beer, and the value was 145, followed by the Heineken, and the value was 125. On the other hand, the lowest amount of the beer sale has been done for the Stella Artois, and the value was only 100. On conclusion, the Guinness has the value of 105 respectively.
This bar graph represents the average annual profits of different beer brands including Budweiser, Heineken, and Corona. First, Budweiser ranks the highest when it comes to annual profits with more than 140 million US dollars. This was followed by Heineken at about 120 million US dollars, while Corona earned 110 US dollars. On the other hand, Stella Artois ranks the lowest when it comes to annual profits, having only 100 million US dollars. Overall, the average annual profits across different beer brands vary significantly.
The image provided is a bar graph that gives information about annual average profits of different beer brands, while x-axis talk about beer brands, while the y-axis talk about annual profit millions. It is evident that the highest value is 140, conversely the lowest value is 100. Another interesting point is that Budweiser, Henking, Corona are also available in this picture. Overall, this image illustrates about annual average profits of different beer brands.
This picture presents information about the annual average profit of the different beer brand. Among the all, the highest significant value is brand which is the 145. On the other hand, the lowest element is Stella Artisanal, which is the 100%. Additionally, it can be observed that Haikesina and Corona beer brand are similar, 120 and 129 plus. Finally, the difference between components are evident and well defined.
The bar graph gives information about annual average profits of different beer brands. In the y-axis, it gives information about annual profits in millions USD, which is from 0 to 140, while in x-axis, it gives information about beer brands such as Budweiser, Corona, Guinness, Stella Artois. Furthermore, it gives information about Corona, which is almost 120 range, and Guinness almost about 100. The highest range was from Budweiser, and the smallest range was from Stella Artois. Overall, it gives information about annual average profits of different beer brands.
The following bar chart gives information about annual average profits of different beer brands, and it shows the relation between beer brands and annual profits. There are a lot of different items such as Heineken, Corona, and Stella. According to the graph, the highest value was for Budweiser and it was about 150, followed by Heineken and it was about 130, whereas the lowest value was for Stella and it was about 100. There are a lot of different colors such as red, black, and white. In conclusion, the graph was very informative.